Hey guys, so this is going to be a sort of like a thank you video to like a specific charity. So basically, if you've not been watching my videos for the past few weeks, you will have no idea what's happened. But just to showing it off, basically, I moved into a place, and obviously when you first move into a place you're always kind of broke because you have to pay like deposits and stuff or whatever. I didn't have to pay a deposit, but I did have to pay first month's rent like a few days after I moved in. So basically the charity I'm talking about is Doorways. So you may be familiar with them if you live in Derby, because they're only like a Derby based charity. But basically they help people, like homeless people, like they give them blankets and stuff. They do like these street sort of food things, but during COVID they couldn't do that, which I don't even get me started, because like the government say like even night shelters weren't allowed open, because obviously if you've not seen a night shelter, it's like some it happens in like community halls or in churches, and like literally everyone's in there. It's basically a place to sleep overnight, so you're not sleeping on the street. um they can't run, because you can't really social distance, because they literally cram as many people as possible. And obviously the government was supposed to, I repeat, was supposed to like make sure that like anytime, so anytime a place is in tier 3, but we're currently in lockdown anyway, in tier 3 or lockdown, they have to house temporary housing in like hotels and B&Bs, and you still see homeless people like clearly still sleeping on the streets. Don't even get me started. Like I could do a full video on how the government don't give a shit about homeless people. But anyway, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this charity. This charity obviously can't do that. So what they decided to do is have like a food bank sort of thing. But not quite like a food bank. So first I'll go into what a food bank is. So a food bank is basically, obviously it's food, it's free food if you're like struggling to feed obviously yourself or your family or whatever. um Usually what happens is you're given 3 days worth of food. It's like a package and you're given only 3 days worth of food. That's what happens in a normal food bank, which, let's be honest, is not enough. You know what I mean? Like you could not get any new, you might not get like any new money till what, in 2 weeks time, and you're only given 3 days. And plus as well, what else was I gonna say, you can only claim um you can only claim three, I think it's like 3 or 4 times in 4 months or something. I don't know, something stupid like that anyway. um so there's that, and usually you have to be referred to, so you can either get referred to get an actual voucher from Derby City Council, or there's one other charity if you are female, I think it's called like Women's Shelter or something. I'll probably link it down below. They can actually issue with a voucher as well. So the difference between that and the difference between Doorways is, Doorways obviously, it's, again, all these food banks rely on donations and stuff like that. Again, I'll link the charity down below if you want to like donate food, or if you want to actually donate money. And so they decided to have like a food bank sort of thing outside, I think it's one of their houses, I don't know, where obviously you can go and pick up, you know, food and stuff. And it's usually open Tuesdays and Saturdays from 10:30 in the morning till 4. And the difference between them and the food bank is you just help yourself sort of thing. um some people may, like me, like when I first went there, I'm not gonna lie, I was like a bit self-conscious a bit, and felt a bit embarrassed to the fact that I have to go somewhere, you know what I mean, like I can't even like afford to buy food. So it for me it felt a bit self-conscious. um it's a great place if you are somewhere like that, because they don't really, you don't have to register or anything like that. You can just turn up. Literally all they get from you is a postcode, the house number, and how many people, you know, are in the household, or how many people you collected. You personally don't have to go there, you can send someone else as well. if you want to. But as I said, it varies with, obviously the food varies because it's whatever's donated. There's not usually, there's sometimes there are restrictions, sometimes they're not. If you're in there, if you end up there later in the day and it's quite busy, and most, you know, there are sort of some light restrictions and stuff, or some can only grab one of. But let's be honest, don't be fat bastards and, you know, grab like tons of food and stuff, because there's other people. But yeah, I thought I'd just say like a thank you, because obviously without them I'd kind of be struggling to feed myself, and I'd probably be living off like sweets and shit. So that's why I wanted to kind of highlight this like charity and everything like that, because you may not have heard of them. And as I said, even if you're local, you still may not have heard of them, but they're always looking for like donations and stuff. So if you've got like food, even furniture, because they don't just help like that, they help people who have like come out like some way, like been homeless, and then they've just like gone into new accommodation, and it could be unfurnished and stuff, and they help them like with furniture and stuff like that. So it's not just like food and everything, like they do. And they don't just help with people that are homeless, as I said, they help with people who have, say, they've had to move into a place, or they've just come out of a children's home and then moved into like a flat that's not like, that hasn't got any furniture or something. They're helping with that. Or, you know, you may have furniture that's kind of, or appliances, should I say, that have broke, like a microwave or an oven and stuff like that. They just help, like, you know, basically people in need that need stuff to sort of survive and live. So I thought I'd do like a video like highlighting them, and, you know, as I said, as a thank you sort of thing. But yeah, that is basically the charity to sum up with. And as I said, it's a great place as well. Like, as I said, the fact that you're not restricted to how many days either you go there, which may, again, as I said, the food, it makes no sense. Like 3 days, like, you know what I mean? Or some people are even probably trying to stretch it for more than 3 days. But that's Derby City Council again, not giving a shit, or more directly the government not giving a shit about poor people. But yeah, that is it for this video, so bye guys.